G'day guys, and welcome to another quick video. This video is going to keep covering the basics of trading in Path of Exile. You'll have access to trading if you are playing on the standard or the hardcore league. Obviously, if you are playing solo self-bound, this will not be applicable to you. A lot of the questions I get while I'm streaming, building up my builds, is how to get gear easier, or people struggling to get gear. Now, as I am not a fan of crafting myself, I use the trade functions that are currently available in the game. We are going to cover the currency conversion first. Currency conversion is an in-game trade system that allows you to transfer one type of currency to another. It also will let you sell essences and delirium things in-game without really interacting with anybody. Now, you get access to the currency exchange once you are in the cruel difficulty. That means you must have completed all the first 3 acts and then started in on cruel. You also get access to one in your hideout when you have a hideout. The currency exchange will always be the person that sells the mystery random items. They will always have the currency exchange available to them. Once you are in here, you can select what you want to sell and what you want for it. Now, the current main source of trading currency is exalted orbs. So we want lots of exalted orbs. You want to select the exalted orbs and then pick what you want to trade for it. So let's say I want to trade my chance shards, and I have currently 6 chance shards. So let's see if I have enough for any exalted. So at the current market value, which will change over time, it's not set in stone. This is a player-driven economy after all. My 6 chance shards are worth 2 exalted orbs. I'm not going to use the chance shards because I don't like crafting. So I'm going to click on that to lock in the price. Then I'm going to place order. Now, because there was already someone with a purchase order listed here, I straight away got what I wanted. And because the ratio wasn't exactly 1:2, it didn't cost us all our 6. So we go ahead and control click these to bring them into our inventory. And boom, we have now 2 extra exalts that we can add to our stockpile. And we can use these exalts to purchase things in the trade website. Once again, this also works with things like the delirium currencies, breach currencies, expedition, fragments, essence, ruins, omens, soul cores. All these fun things here. Make sure you clear the locked in price so the ratio updates. Currently I have 1 of those, and that is currently going for 2. And it was going for 4 a second ago, so I did miss that. Moving on. Now you have currency to spend on the trade website. We are going to check out the trade website now. Move on over. Right. What we have here is the Path of Exile Trade 2 website. This will be linked in the description below. Now let's say we want to look for a jewel to stock it into our passive tree. We find the base type in the drop-down category. I've already highlighted it here, any jewel. Now, I'm going a mace build, so I want to add a filter to allow for more stuns. So we will go over to the filter, we will find stun, and then I'm going to find, let's see, here we go, increase stun build up with maces. There is a very large amount of options to filter with. Now, next, I don't want to have anything to do with minion damage. So let's go ahead and change this filter to not, and then we'll search minion damage. So now any gem, any jewel that has the increased stun build up with maces, but doesn't have deal increased minion damage, we're going to go ahead and search. Here we have a 21% stun build up with maces. It's going for 1 exalt. Now we can click on this and it will sort from high to low. Now we can see that the highest possible roll that we can get is 25%. Up here, I want to go ahead and pop in 25 as the minimum. That filters out a lot of other matches. Now we can search for things like, for example, global physical damage. We can search for other modifiers, like scrolling down, I can see increased damage with maces. Now, if you want to add this one without typing it in manually, we can go ahead and press this little search button here. This will add the modifiers from that particular item to our search parameters. So I'm just going to close that one out because we already have that there. And then we go ahead and search again. This allows us to get even more filters. Now we can see that 15% increased damage with maces, 16, sorry, is the highest possible roll. Now we can go 16. Now, as you can see here, our filter results are getting less and less and less, and the costs are going up. The more perfect the rolls are, the more expensive things will be. Let's go ahead and close out of that. Now, one of the most important things at this time is filtering how the currency is displayed. A lot of people are throwing their items on with divine costs and such. We do not want this. So down the bottom here where it says trade filters, we want to select buyout price. We want to select exalted orbs, and then we can select how much we're willing to spend. Let's say I'm willing to spend 3 exalts maximum on this trade. It'll now show me all of the items that are up for sale, which is currently 552 items within my parameters under the cost. Now this works for so many different things. For example, we can set if we're looking for armor and we want an item with only armor, we just go to the energy shield modifier and put 0 on the maximum of energy shield and 0 on the maximum of evasion. That way it will force us to only show the items with flat armor. This also works with gems. We can select the gem level. We can select the sockets and whether or not it's been corrupted. This can go into very, very high details, but I'm just going to cover the very basics today. Next, we're going to move on to trade etiquette. Trade etiquette is very important in Path of Exile. Make sure that you have the best trading experience possible. It is very common to whisper somebody and have them not respond, especially with low cost items like this. So let's try and purchase this item. We are going to select direct whisper. We are going to go back into the game. I am going to go ahead and grab out 1 exalt. Now, notice how we are currently waiting. And we have an invite. We are going to accept the invite. I would suggest waiting no more than 30 seconds for an invite before moving on. We then select the little blue circle, or we can also right click. Go ahead and trade. Confirm the item is what you want and accept. So we can right click and visit hideout instead of setting the blue. And we go, thank you. And then leave immediately. So the chain of events. We send through a request. We wait a maximum of 30 seconds. If they do not respond within 30 seconds, we are then okay to move on to the next item we want to try and buy. If they respond, we accept their invite. We then go to their hideout, where if they are not in the hideout, just right click their portrait and go to hideout. We want to wait in their hideout until they offer the trade. We accept the trade, we place the currency in, we confirm the item is what we are after, and then we accept the trade. Then immediately after that, we leave the party. That is the etiquette for trading, purchasing. Now, very similar if we are selling. Selling itself does require an advanced stash tab. These are something you need to purchase with real money from the shop. When we have the advanced stash tab, we can right click it, select public. That turns this stash tab into a public shop. Then each item in the public shop can then be right clicked and the exact price can be set. Once this is done, this then allows it to be shown on the trade website over here. When we receive a ping, etiquette is to respond within 30 seconds, either with just an automatic invite or a right-clicking them, going whisper, 1 sec, please. Obviously, we are not going to do that. That tells them that we are currently busy, but we are still willing to trade. If you don't respond within 30 seconds, you've essentially lost your sale. There's a very high chance. If that is the case, and it's been a few minutes and you've been AFK, just respond back with, hi, sorry, I was AFK, please. Hi, sorry, I was AFK, do you still want this item? If they respond back, awesome. If they don't, you've lost the sale. But the etiquette is to wait in your hideout, wait until they come, trade them, make sure they give the correct currency, place the item in, and then complete the trade. If you are in a map, do not leave the map until they have come to your hideout. Once they are in your hideout, then leave the map, come grab the item and trade with them. A lot of the time you'll get some people who will have either connection issues or they find another item they want and you've gone ahead and left your map and you're waiting for the trade that never comes. Don't do that. Don't waste your portals. Wait until they are in your hideout before you leave your maps. I think that pretty much covers the very basics of trading. This is obviously not a very in-depth guide. This is to get you out there, get you some items so you can get into maps and get through the content a bit faster without interacting with the crafting systems. I hope you have a lovely holiday and I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please do leave a like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot. And until you next time, bye-bye.